I was on Judge Joe Brown, or was it Judge Joe Brown or Judge Mathis? I can't remember, but you're a crackhead, ma'am. All right, let me stop playing.
That was Mathis.
Oh, Mathis.
You do crackhead things. You crackhead. You got crackhead babies. Your mama probably been on crack too. Like, dang, Judge.
Nowadays, anybody can get TV judge, but they ain't make them like they used to.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Acting Up Show. I'm your host, your boy Joffy, Joffy in this thing. Don't forget, we got Big Chris up in the building. What's up, Big Chris?
What's up? I mean, y'all can't say he ain't got no alibis because we here. What's up, Big Chris? We
in this thing already. Hey, okay, let me stop playing. Mike, what's up, Mike?
I'm confused. I just thought forgot something. But hey, man, what's going on, man? I need to take some sea moss.
That's right.
Hey,
brain,
man,
well, yeah, I be having brain farts a lot, so I got to take some sea moss.
Hey, it's all good, man. Mike dropped the early gem for y'all earlier this month. Look, get the sea moss.
Yeah, man, get the sea moss, man. Seriously.
See, you get all that and more on the Just Acting Up Show. You get health tips, you get entertainment, you get comedy, you get a lot of stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this show. Yes, indeed. So we got a good show for y'all. We're going to talk about what's been going on in the Ukraine because that is the hot topic. Also, did you vote? We're going to talk about that as well too. And don't forget about entertainment news. We're also going to be giving flowers out to a certain individual in the bouncing act. And stick around for. Let's get ready to nominate a jacket. Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. The Just Acting Up Award. Who been just acting up out there? So, yeah, y'all stay in. Let's go for Just Acting Up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get the show started. And what we need for you to do before we get started is just what?
Bam.
That was smooth right there. Yes, I did that. Wow. Just subscribe, man.
Just like he was breakdancing.
I know, right? Just what T-Pain be doing? Oh man, yeah, man. Y'all know we silly. We gotta have fun, especially for the topic that we're about to talk about. But before we get into that topic, like I said, just like, share, comment, and subscribe. And sharing is caring. That's what we learned back in grade school. But some of us just don't know how to share. I ain't gonna say no names. Ain't nobody on this show that don't know how to do that. We homeboys. We homies. We know how to share.
I don't share my food. I much rather buy you your own food than sharing my own. Yeah. So
see, unlike you and your food, this is a buffet. So everybody's welcome to share this show. Share. Come back as many times as you like.
I agree with Mike. Food, no.
Food, I'm not gonna share. I buy you some. I buy your own.
I get you something. It's mine right here. Oh man. So let's go ahead and let's talk about this real quick. Did you all vote? We know there was early voting, of course, to get Governor Hot Wheels out of the rolling about it. But I know everybody doesn't know who all the candidates were for, this and that, and that. But we do know that one individual who's on two Hot Wheels that we want to roll on up out of there. So did y'all vote?
Yeah. So first step is first. I definitely voted. Didn't expect to be, they changed some voting laws. And so, I don't know how y'all experiences was at the polls, but at least for me, it was, I thought I was early voting. The early voting line was just as heavy as the regular voting line. I was in line for like 2 hours.
Wow.
2 hours. And then they have like the new thing now where instead of like you have everything is electronic, put your numbers in, spin the wheel, click the thing. No, they have it now to where you have these they give you these papers, I guess these long forms or whatever you have to put into the machine, and it prints up your votes, and then you have to scan it into the other machine when you finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I had no problem with mine. I'm one of the lucky few at my job. There's a location at a building that I walk through, and they have the voting booth. Yeah, I was like, wait, whoa, y'all voting here? Like, yeah, come on. I'm like, oh, and done. Went on by my shift. So yeah, man, it was cool, smooth transition for me. So
I didn't get a chance for the early voting, but I know that yeah, we got to get Governor High Wheels out.
Well, November will be this was the primary, so November will be. Remember, November's coming up. It's gonna come fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so that's gonna be your time to get out and make your voice count, and just make sure you research everything, because one thing after talking to a few people, one thing I do know is like on the tickets that was out, like, you know, they have you, it's like if you had put that you're a Republican, you can see propositions and different things that the people are voting on. So on the Democratic side, it wasn't showing all those propositions and stuff. So make sure you do all your research so you don't just be bombarded in November. So you have time. It's just March.
I agree.
Election's not to November. So do your research, folks.
I agree.
Make sure that you know who and what you're voting for.
Ding. I totally agree. Like you said, just give you time to do your research and find out about everything, like just everything. So yeah, man. Yeah. Y'all listen to Chris. He telling y'all.
Y'all listen to Chris. Yeah. Mike, goddamn it, get your ass up and go vote.
Hey, man, Mike, you dropped the gym earlier. You said take some sea moss. So hey, look, that's the health. And then Chris right there, that's mental health. I'm slacking on my pimping right now. I got to drop the gym later on. But
I'm just saying, y'all want to complain about that pothole.
I believe that pothole still gonna be sitting in there. It doesn't matter. They can get the mayor from what's the Powerpuff Girls to come through, and that pothole still gonna be right there.
All right, y'all, but yeah, y'all just like Chris said, like Chris said, man, y'all get out there and vote when November come around. So y'all got time to figure out these things and see what's all going on. Don't be lazy now, just figure out what's going on. So before we get into this, gonna roll right into the conversation. How y'all gas tanks looking, man? Because your boy, I ain't struggling right now, but the way I was at last night, I should not have paid that amount to fill up my tank.
This is outrageous.
That's what war does. I just say fill up your gas tank one good time, and then just don't let it drop below a certain level. That's I think that's probably the best practice to try to do, because you let that mug get down and eat. And the way these prices looking, we might be at $5 by the summer.
Man.
That's a good tip. And then also too, just fill it up. But before you fill it up, get one of those red bottles. It's in every single corner store. STP. Get one of those. Put that in there first, then fill it up. It'll give you a good couple of days. I know I did the same method on my truck. I always do it every time, and then it's good too because it cleans a lot of gunk and stuff out of your engine. I get to talking about automotive. I go crazy. I talk about that all day.
Resident mechanic.
Anyway, but long story short, that's a good way because I always do that, and it'll last for like 2 weeks. I haven't put any gas in my truck in like almost 2 weeks now.
And that's a truck.
But my commute is not that long.
Right.
It's from here to, I think my commute is like 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes. That's it. So other people commute is like an hour. They got to get to work within an hour, or they stay an hour away from their job. So
thank God for working at home. When it matters.
Yeah, when it matters. But that's what you get when you mix inflation and war together. It's like, God damn. I saw at the pump. Yeah, I saw at the pump somebody put $80 in their car or truck They only got them 13 gallons. I said $80.
Yeah, you want to get the big body or the expensive, fancy? You know what? Just give me my regular gas.
Yeah, $80, man. Who was that? I think it was Tony Baker was recording it.
Yeah, I already know you're coming back. Look at this, man. Look at this. Tony Baker be like, look at this, man. It don't make no sense.
Be like, oh, the poor kid. He said, save me.
Yeah, that boy said, praise God. That boy said, man, the gas is still going, man. The people in the comments was like, what do you drive, man? Like, little simple little compact car, man. Yeah, man, it's rough, man. I was making a joke like a couple weeks ago about this one lab technician because it was cold outside, but all he had was a lab coat, and he had his hand in his pocket, and he was steering his bike, and his face was just like, you know, the face you make when it's freezing outside and it hits your face. Right. I'm laughing at that man, but at the same time, I'm looking at him like, hey, bro, I think you got the right idea to save them coins, man. Because
right,
yeah,
it's a struggle at the pump. I remember Cat Williams say, "Damn, do I need to eat today? Like, is either food or gas? Which one is it?" It's like, man, but it's tough. We dying at the pump. Yeah. Come on, Biden, we dying.
Truthfully, we're on the verge of a recession. Yeah, we're on the verge of a recession. So hopefully we don't get to that, but we'll see. So I can see us going to war because war is also good for the economy, unfortunately. That's why they always go to war. War ain't really about what they tell you it's about. It's about money. Yeah. At the end of the day.
Yeah, pretty much. So
y'all dropping gems, man. I'm slacking on my pimping today, man. I'm coasting right now.
Yeah, so
well, you know,
it is gonna happen. It's a video that's been going around. What they call the community center in Ukraine.
I believe so.
Yeah,
there was I think it was one of their municipal buildings or something like that.
Right, and they just dropped a missile on it and just blew it to pieces, man. It was like, wow, you know, all the jokes. I said, yeah, it's funny. I know this la with the memes and Call of Duty. I need to erase my Call of Duty profile so the army won't see how good I am, blah, 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 blah. But after seeing that,
it's real. If people are really going through, this ain't for TV, this ain't a movie, this ain't a game, this is real life. No. And then, I know we need to move on to the next topic, but just to even see see racism in other countries as well.
Oh, yeah.
With the stuff with the African students not being able to lead the country and not,
Yeah.
It exists everywhere. It's
crazy. Yes, it does. It is. And it's some sad stuff to see it. All of it really. And getting into what you were saying, man, there's been some celebrities that are donating to UN Refugee Agency. I really do hope that them donating this money is going to the right people, because we had that situation with the so hopefully. So it says Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher joined a number of other celebrities who have announced their donations to aid Ukrainians, notably Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Will be matching up to $1 million in donations to UN Refugee Agency to help refugees fleeing in Ukraine. Let me see. Kunis and Kutcher donated $3 million. Of course, there are others that they said are coming out. I can't find all of it, but it's just some sad, scary times, man. And I'm just praying for everybody over there. People of color, people that are just everybody. I'm praying for everybody over there. I wish we didn't have to witness this and go through this. Whew. But tough stuff, man. Tough stuff. So yeah. But
hearts and prayers.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But moving on into sports news, man. We go ahead and get this out the way. Our viewers are probably gonna say, why y'all getting on the Lakers like this? Well, I mean, hey,
the only thing to talk about, and it's like the Lake Show is like It's a terrible show to watch right now.
Yeah,
It's been a rough season for football and basketball in Houston, so we gotta look at other stuff.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It
Next
has
year
been.
we'll talk about our Houston teams again. But
Yeah, man, we hey man, everybody got to take their lumps. So let me see. Let me go to this real quick. So the Western Conference standings, the Lakers are at number 9. So they're going to be in the play-in tournament. They lost 4 in a I don't know how many in a row because
I think they lost 5 in a row.
Yeah, 4 or 5 in a row. But we know this show going to air, later on next week. So hopefully they get a winning streak going. I don't know. We'll see. But talking to some Laker fans, it's been rough because their expectations is like so. The Clippers number 8. Of course, you got the Timberwolves 7, Nuggets. Everybody who's at the top seed. The Suns at the top seed. So yeah, and of course, Philadelphia, they're up there number 2 behind the Heat number 1. So yeah, we're gonna see how this all unfolds, man. But yeah, the Lake show, like y'all been saying. I know Stephen A. Smith came out and said, they should ship Russ out, and everybody says they think Russ will be gone by next year. But AD, yeah, they said Anthony Davis. They said what Stephen A. said. He considered that they should start looking for what they can get for him if they can't get, ship him out. So that's from Stephen A., not from me. I mean, I have my thoughts on it.
I think it wasn't going to work anyway. I mean, from looking at it on paper and looking at the team, I'm not gonna lie. When I first seen them all together with Carmelo, Dwight, Russell, and then you had LeBron and you had AD, that's like an all-star team. But it's old age, it's up in the age, man.
Past their prime.
It's past their prime, and then they put too much. They put too much investing in Russ. I think they believe that they wanted to get the Russ from OKC, and he'll never
be that again.
No, he'll never. Yeah, but like a lot of sport analysts says a lot of people in sports that do the news, they say Russell has always been like this. It's just that he wasn't in a big market. He was OKC and then Washington, and then he was in Houston, but James did compliment him and then other players, so you didn't actually see it, but give him the role to be a point guard, to go up and down with the ball, and try not to have turn. This man has like over 5 turnovers a game in the beginning. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. And
so that's a lot for a point guard.
It's a lot. And it's their job to take care of the ball. Russ is that athletic point guard, man. You of course everybody look at the triple doubles and everything else. He do assists, okay, but it's the way how he does it and how you control Chris Paul. Purest point guard ever. That's what I say. I'll take Chris Paul over Russ.
Him and Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Steve, I need you to take care of the ball and facilitate everything. You see everything. So no shade towards Russ. He is a great player. It's just that you got to put him in the right situation so he can flourish. So I don't know, man. And they talking about how LeBron was saying that he don't want any fans in the he wish there would be no fans in the stands again because they yelling at the players and arguing with the players and everything. I mean, LeBron, to me, I don't know what everybody's saying. I know everybody, when they buy their ticket, hey, as long as they ain't trying to do nothing physically to you, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, brother. I don't.
LeBron, stop it. I'm a LeBron fan, but come on, man. You're not in Washington with the Wizards. This is the Lakers. Okay, the Lakers are known for it's championship or bust every year. So when you put on that purple and gold, you just gotta know you're gonna have to come through and show every day. Well, he knows that. It's just that I feel like, and I like LeBron. This coming from a LeBron fan. When everything is going good, he says nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's going bad, for him to say, well, it's the fans, man, it's the Lakers, man. They are a brutal crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, and before we finish off this news, this segment, I love it that the Texans, of course, they got Lovie Smith, so they're starting to trend in the right direction, which I love seeing because,
Finally, I got to be like The Rock. Finally, football has come back. Houston, Texas.
Slow down, guys. Pump your brakes, guys. Pump your brakes, okay? You Texas teams love to get hurt, don't you? The Cowboys and them Texans, boy, y'all just love hurt. Y'all love pain.
I love the way it hurt, like, man, but yeah,
Hey, we do for a win.
Yeah, man. I just love to hear that there are some people that are about to get drafted. It's good that, like Chris was saying before we got on the show, it's good that we starting to get our draft picks back.
Yeah.
Yeah, good that we got starting to get draft picks back. It's good to hear that there are some players that say, I want to go to Houston. So we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it at that. But it feels good to hear that. So let's just wait and see. We'll put a pin in that right there. Yeah, man. So, yeah.
All right.
Mike says.
All right now. All right now. I'm just trying to save you guys from being hurt, man, because y'all just.
It's like that girlfriend that you know is toxic, but you like, all right, you okay, yeah, all right, look good, don't you? All right, she gonna hurt you. Just settle down.
You don't never want to listen. And then when it happens, you come back all hurt. So just letting you guys know, hey man.
And you just can't let us have a day. You got to rain on our parade, man. Like,
I'm just saying, I'm trying to prevent y'all.
We had a long season. Long few years. We ain't had a draft back in how many years?
I'm just trying to prevent you guys from being hurt. That's all. That's what a good friend does. Okay?
We appreciate that.
I'm trying to prevent you from pain and suffering.
Moving on. Anyway,
moving on. All right, okay. It was a long season for you. It's a long season where you guys got another long way to go.
Oh man, long.
We got a long way to go. Still the Nation got a long way to go. We just lost the Hall of Fame quarterback. Now we got it, but our long way to go ain't entirely as long as y'all. Y'all got a long way to go. If this was the what they call it, the Fellowship of the Ring, we'll be almost to the mountain. Y'all still in the woods.
The raggedy, dusty, infested wood. Let's finish the segment off. Let's go. I was up here. I felt good about myself. Now I'm down here. Thank you, friend. Thank you, Mike.
I know. I'm like,
This is just saying.
Man, we gonna be up. Yeah, we gonna go through it, man.
When them L's start to roll in, just know on this date, who told you so?
I hope we play y'all and beat y'all too. Anyway, moving on. Let's get out of here.
Oh yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all for staying locked in. We're about to get into the critics corner. So y'all stay locked in. Just Acting Up Show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the critics corner. And what do you do? Before we get in this critics corner, go to Joffrey's VIP room. Wow, right there, man. Where we go into more detailed analysis about TV shows, about movies. I'm joined with both guests, David and Ashley, and I appreciate them for everything they do. So check out Joffrey's VIP room if you want to do, go into more detail about all these movies and the TV shows and everything. So let's go ahead and get into this critics corner real quick. We haven't talked about music in a while, or we dip and dab into it. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Kanye West. We already know as great of a genius that he is with the music and everything. Yes, he does go off the deep end with the darkness sometimes, and what he does, we all do, Mr. Old Kanye, but the new Kanye does bring out some hits as well too. But man, Mr. West, you need to stop with this harassment stuff, man. It's weird. It's weird.
I saw what D.L. Hughley said. He said that it's stalking now at this point. He said it wasn't never funny. So I haven't been really paying attention to it. But I saw the memes with Pete Davis and Kanye and like they was in Civil War or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I heard the song where he mentioned he said he might get Pete Davis ass beat, whatever. So
yeah, and he got the Kim Kardashian lookalike that he's dating now. This is getting kind of creepy.
It is. It really is, man. And we know that Kanye was head over the moons for Kim before he got with her, when he was with her. The man is dealing with his pain, his hurt in a way to where it's not healthy. And I know we're getting from both sides. People are laughing about it, and people are, like, nah, it's disturbing. Not gonna lie, at first, when he first started off, I thought it was funny for a little bit. Then it started getting, and so we all know once you entertain something, people like it, and them shares and likes and the comments and everything can gas you up. But this right here, yeah, man. Somebody got to pull that boy to the side, man, and help him out, man.
Yeah. So what has been like the latest shocking thing that he did? Because I haven't been keeping up with it.
I hadn't really. I seen the clip. They're talking about the video, but I hadn't really been following it like a lot of people have.
What was the last thing I saw? Besides him threatening Pete Davis in the songs, besides him getting the Kim lookalike, he was with Julia Fox a couple weeks ago. Now he with a different one. So now he just, So I mean, it's just he dealing with this in the wrong kind of way. And I mean that's point blank period. Maybe I don't know who's in Kanye's camp, who his PA, whoever it is, but we all know Kanye gonna do Kanye things. But yeah, I think somebody really need to pull that brother to the side and talk to the homie and say, hey man, it is what it is. But I mean, I know you what's the whole situation? I know he was talking about how he can't go see his kid at one point in time and everything else. So I can understand you hurt and you mad and it's still fresh to him. But you gotta let that go, man. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, so somebody gotta talk to bro. So
yeah,
somebody gotta talk to him. Mr. West, wake up, Mr. West. That was good. I'm sorry, I was jamming Kanye sometime. Let's go ahead and get into this other news. So this news just broke a couple days ago. I Am Legend with Michael B. Jordan and Will Smith. I know the way how I Am Legend ended. I know it was in the movie theaters. We saw him get killed off by sacrificing himself and getting blown up. But I believe in the DVD, Blu-ray disc, they showed the alternate ending, and it was showing how he's still alive. He did what he needed to do, gave the woman, the other infected person to the king infected. I don't know what you want to call him, and he survived. So I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna check it out. I want to see the trailer first, and then see how it looks.
We'll be teaming up with Michael B. Jordan. They're both gonna produce it and star in it. So yeah, that'd be good. That'd be the first time them two work together in that capacity. So
it would be. That is true.
Right. I haven't seen I Am Legend in a minute. I'm gonna have to revisit it. But yeah.
Before we get to, I know what y'all want to talk about. But before we get to that, two shows that are coming out this weekend. Well, yeah, that came out this weekend is one, The Boys presents Diabolical. That season just dropped. It's like the cartoon version of The Boys, but like I think Homelander's in it, the cartoon version of them, and It's kind of like that. What's that other Amazon superhero show they got?
Invincible. Invincible.
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of in that same space. And so we got that. And then also it came out about the Showtime Lakers on HBO Max is or HBO rather. The winning time Rise of the Lakers drops as well. So
yeah,
I'll be out.
I definitely want to check that out because that's the only thing that's popping for the Lakers right now.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I knew somebody.
I mean, they got to go all the way back, but.
Oh man. Other quick notes. A Planet of the Apes 4 script is nearing completion, hopefully for a fall shoot. So for all you people out there that's into the monkeys attacking everybody.
Okay, so now it done dawned on me. Season 1. So what's more can you do?
I don't know.
I didn't watch the last one though. I don't know what happened in the last one.
Well, I'm sorry to spoil it for you, Chris. I assume that everybody did, but
it's hard to spoil movies for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, season 1. So what more can you do? I'm just asking.
I don't know. Just leave the monkeys alone, man.
Planet of the Apes. It's, I guess, Caesar Society. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out what more can you do.
What else you gonna do? Monkeys. Other quick news: Jack Harlow has been cast in a reboot for White Men Can't Jump, his first acting role. Calmatic is set to direct with Kenya Barris and Doug Hall writing the script. We just forever will be in the era of remakes. Yeah, we'll forever be in it.
And then Kenya Barris is that's the ish guy, the blackish, the mixish, the grownish. That's the guy behind that. But I think they seen Jack Harlow. He played in the Celebrity Game this year, and he was shooting a few 3-pointers. So I guess they were like, okay, yeah, he can do it. We'll see.
Can we just say this? Just be on the stands to say this. Our era had to been the most dopest era. Plain and simple. Let's just call it what it is. Yeah. I remember White Men Can't Jump. I remember the trailer. Okay. Yeah. Fresh Prince. Aldo Belair did great. House Party. The list just goes on, man. Our era was it.
Facts.
I agree.
Everything is coming back. Cross Colors is coming back. They got to do a Martin reunion.
Yeah. The 90s was a great era for music too.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, yes, it was. 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. So.
Bad
boom, just like that.
Bad. Oh man. So let's go ahead and
for the main event.
Oh, you want me to do it? Let me now.
Movie.
Okay. Oh yeah, you already did it. So hey, let's go ahead.
You already did it. You already did it.
Chris already did it. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this, man. So, Batman, the Batman, Robert Pattinson.
First of all, if you haven't seen the movie, because this show airs on Tuesday, so this is a spoiler. Chris haven't seen it, but Chris.
Spoilers don't bother me unless it's Marvel.
Unless it's Marvel. But give you time to skip over it, whatever. But go ahead, James.
Yes, Batman. I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it. There are some things that I would have done differently, but I like what I saw. I love what I saw. Actually, it was good. Very.
It was everything what I expected. I'm not gonna lie to you. This version of Bruce Wayne is a totally different version of Bruce Wayne. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, and Christian Bale. That's actually in that order. This Robert Pattinson he's not that. He's not them. He's totally different because he's young Bruce Wayne and he's going through a lot of trauma. I think it's been 2 years removed that his parents were killed, or 3 years or so. Because remember, Gordon was like, I've been knowing you for 2 years. And this is when the city, you remember that, James, when they was walking through the precinct, he said, man, I've been knowing you for 2 years. And you know, it's new to Gotham City with Batman. And a lot of people are not accepting whatever. And he don't know his role, really. You don't know if he's a villain, not villain, but a vigilante, or how I want to say, a hero. So it's safe to say that Batman don't help nobody. Towards the end he does, but throughout the whole, he putting people in the hospital, man. I mean, yeah. So it's very dark. It's very dark, and I don't know what they had to do to get that PG rating, that PG-13 rating, but
yeah,
I can't wait to the director's cut because I know they left some stuff out on the table. And the Riddler, man, yeah.
You can tell the Riddler, the guy who played as Riddler, I can't think of his name right now, that he had fun every time he was on the screen. And I love Jim Carrey as Riddler, but I think this Riddler right here was what I wanted to see. Like, I would have loved to see him do some more traps, but he did the right amount. Where I was like that last act, when they finally caught the Riddler, and you think you caught him, and I'm like, okay, but it's still, some odd minutes left. What was all gonna happen? And that boy Riddler hit you with the, nah, it's all about to come down.
Yeah.
Some stuff out.
Yeah. And the connection between the Riddler and the actual Zodiac killer, that was a real person back in San Francisco in the 70s, between the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. They never caught that guy, by the way. That's something, to put in your feather in your hat. But yeah. So long story short, they connected the two, like it's a connection that they had. And man, it was just absolutely amazing. To me, it was written well, it was directed well. And Robert Pattinson is no longer called Twilight. Twilight, that's over. And I told several people it would hit different if he did Twilight 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he's playing Batman. It's like, no, that's not gonna work because everybody remembers you as Twilight. Yeah, it's not gonna hit. But now since Twilight has been it got to be over 10 years old now. Yeah, at
2006, I think, 2005.
Okay,
like
well, yeah, it had some years on him, and then
yes,
he done a couple of more projects before this Batman, so showed his serious and dedication roles, because Twilight was for the teenagers. Although he did a great job in there too, but when you playing Bruce Wayne Batman, you got to come with it.
Man.
And he did not disappoint at all. Zoe Kravitz, she did a great job too. But who really took the cake was Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell is trending right now because he looks like you couldn't even, if you didn't know, that doesn't look like Colin Farrell.
No, at all. It don't. The voice, the mannerisms, everything. Everybody did a great job, man. My only thing about it that I didn't like, but you can easily say, nah, whatever, James, was that I would love to see them use different villains for this Batman franchise. Because we've seen the Riddler before, twice now. We've seen the Joker multiple times. We've seen Catwoman quite a few times. But other than that, the movie is great. It is great. It's great.
My question.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell's Penguin.
Yeah.
Compared to Gotham, the TV show's Penguin, which one?
I never seen Gotham.
I would say I would like to see more Colin Farrell's Penguin. because that Penguin that's on Gotham, you have more time to get to know his character and see what he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see Colin Farrell's more take on the Penguin because how he is, his voice and everything, his mannerisms. Yeah. So yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just and then whole to sum it up for me, it feels good to see DC finding their lane now. They have found their lane as lately with these new projects because Marvel is Marvel. You're not gonna catch up to them. Marvel has their own lane, but what works for them is not gonna work for you. I mean, Marvel, to be honest, Marvel can't do anything dark and gritty like DC can. I'm sorry, they just can't do it.
Mhm.
It just can't happen. They gotta have multiple jokes throughout the movie. It has to be a little bit, silly a little bit. Then it has a serious moment, and then the hero rides off in the sunset.
I guess you could say it's kind of like they were kind of look at it in sports terms, right? Like Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan.
Right.
Now LeBron can't be Michael Jordan.
No.
He can only be LeBron. Just do what he would do, So look at it in that sense. You can't be exactly like Mike, but you can be LeBron. So I think
Exactly.
DC come to that realization.
Yeah, and I'm glad it all started with that Justice League. I know we mentioned that earlier. Justice League had the bomb for them to say, okay, we're gonna have to reshape how we do things now. We're gonna have to, these directors, this is the direction that we're gonna try to go to. I was like on the fence with Black Adam, but after watching Batman, I'm ready to see that. I really am. I'm ready to see that because even Suicide Squad was dark. It was funny, but it was dark. Yeah. It was dark. So yeah, it's just great to see that DC finally getting it together, and
okay, let me be devil's advocate here. Because DC is also good at fool's gold. Now, historically, they generally, maybe except for one Batman, they pretty much do pretty good when it comes to Batman.
Of course.
And then it kind of falters after that.
Well, it goes back to what I said last week. Now, I'm on my Batman high right now. I'm not even going to lie because I'm going to go watch it again. And by the way, tips, if you're going to watch this movie, please don't drink no water. Don't drink no soda. Just don't.
They already said they raised the prices.
Don't do
it. AMC,
Lord have mercy. But long story short, you're right, Chris. But we'll just see. We'll just see. We'll just see how it come out. But as of right now, they're doing good with their records. I mean, Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, and now Batman. So they 3-0 right now, and that's just for this year. So then they got Aquaman, The Flash, and then Black Adam. So we'll see. But I wasn't a fan of Shazam. I'm gonna say I'm on the record.
I like Shazam.
Not a
fan of this Shazam.
I like Shazam, man.
And Shazam is one of my favorite characters in DC. So
yeah, it's important. Note to all creators out there. It's important to be yourself.
Yes, it is.
And that's once you be yourself and don't try to copy everything the other person's doing, people can understand and they'll get you. That's something that I learned with everything. Be yourself. So yeah, boy. So
it's like they lost the argument. They lost the argument with Justice League. You know what? And then they sit at home and they think about it, and then they go bring it up like 4 years later. And another time. Like, wait a minute now.
Wait a minute.
We don't move past this. Like, no, we gotta. No, I need to talk to you about something.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all for sticking around for the Critics Corner. But we got another special guest coming through here, Mr. Trillium Shannon Shakespeare. He's gonna be joining us, talk to us about some movie things, some film things, some projects coming out soon. So y'all stay locked in to Just Acting Up Show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Just Acting Up Show. We got a special guest up in here, man. I gotta applaud this brother, man. Hard work, everything you do. Shannon, Trillium Shakespeare. Clap it up for this brother, man.
Thank you.
I gotta clap it in. We gotta applaud you, brother, because you've been doing some work, homie. And you know,
trying to do something, a little something.
yes, sir, man. So of course I first met you. I met you through Tino, Faustino. That's my boy right there.
My boy, yeah, Tino.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tino.
Yeah, shout out to Tino. We're gonna try to get him on the show in the future, but I know his schedule's so crazy busy.
Sure.
But yeah, man. He hit me up and he was saying, "Hey, man, come do this spot real quick." In this film real quick, and I was like, "Okay, bet, I got you." And I was like, "Let me go hit it up before I go do stunt training." Then that's when I ran into you, and then we started talking, chopping up, and just been cool since day one. The way you directing and story writing and everything, man. So I appreciate you for having me on there.
I appreciate you for coming, man. And, you know, it's not easy. I mean, I guess it go both ways. You got a lot of actors who trying to be in stuff, but then you when you have more established actors, you know, it's always good to have them want to be in some of your stuff you're doing. So it go both ways. I appreciate y'all for trusting my vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What got you into acting and directing and everything? What did
I'm a terrible actor, so I ain't acting.
What got you into directing and
yeah. No, but I think I try. I don't like being in front of the camera, but I want to say I probably, man, not to like tell a cliche story, but I've probably been doing this since I was my son. I played sports. I was real good at sports. My mom was the first woman to hold a torch in the Olympic Games, right? So she was real good in sports, and she met my dad through the track circuit, the Olympic track circuit, professional track circuit. So both of my parents were real good in sports. I grew up around NFL football players, Carl Lewis and all the people. So I always liked to write. Like I remember being 6, 7 years old, and I would make my older cousins, like I would write some shit and make them do it, right? I used to my dad used to record my football games. I'd take the camera and go record skits. This we talking about before skits were skits, right? Just to do it. So I think I always had a love for it. I didn't know how to even think about making it happen. I didn't know an actor. I didn't know, you know what I mean? Only actors I knew was on TV. So I was around athletic people. So I never even saw it as an option. It wasn't until like, I think football in college, I didn't like how shit was going. And I hate the time they took a lot of time from me. So I quit football, ran track. And I had all this time I never had before. So I just started writing. So that's where I started saying, hey, I think I'm good at this. Let me try to, you know what I mean? But it's been a long journey though, man. I know I heard one of you say, which one of y'all said y'all was married?
I'm married.
Okay, boom, yeah. So for me, I was married when I figured out what I wanted to do. And yeah, not married no more, right? Because they had to be able to understand. And I think for her, it was something that I just was trying to understand. So it was new to both of us. And there was a lot to deal with, you know, you got girls and all that, you know what I mean? Different things trying to figure out how the money gonna come in. So it was a lot, you know what I mean? It still is a lot for, I guess, relationship wise for them to understand, because they got to understand that because there's so many people who do it just to be around the girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's people who do it because they gonna do it regardless if they get $1 or they get $1 million. And when you don't understand that process, then I guess it's intimidating, or you know what I mean. It could cause some insecurities in other people. So you know they got to be able to let you be free to be artistic, right?
Right.
So I mean, shout out to you. You know what I mean. But you still be you acting, directing with.
No, I'm acting.
Okay, that's probably even harder, right? Because I ain't got to kiss nobody on camera, right? But you know, shout out to anybody who figuring that out, because that's probably the hardest thing I would say, is because obviously if you're with somebody, you can't be selfish, right? You got to keep their, I guess, their interest in mind, but at the same time you got to be able to still chase your goals. And that's something that you can't control, right? You got to hope that you with somebody who believe and trust in you to be able to do it, because you can't make somebody feel comfortable with what we're doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So let's talk about so I know, like I said, I met you on the set of Both Eyes Open. Mm-hmm. I had fun. And I always have fun acting or whatever I'm doing. Great cast, great people. And tell us a little bit about it was that one scene that we were in. We had Tiffany on here, and
was that with Chasing?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That was fun, man. You know what I like most about that? And so we're gonna bring it back, and it's gonna look. I mean, it looked good then, but we're gonna make it look better. We're gonna probably try to come up with a script for it. But my favorite part of that is people don't understand how good that show is, and it was 90% improv.
Yeah.
So when you think about how many people like that show, how we was able to make it make sense and be entertaining, it was 90% improv. I think that's huge because that's hard. That's not, and that's not even, that's on how good y'all were, right? Because I ain't jumping in front of no camera and do shit. So it's just me saying, hey, this is what this scene is about. This is what we're gonna come out of, and y'all are just running with it. When you think about how hard that is, right?
Yeah.
And to make it make sense. Yeah, y'all did a great job with that.
But well, I was gonna talk about when you said improvise. What's so great about that is that since we improvising, what's going through your head because like that both of those scenes were had its funny moments and on camera and behind camera and serious moments. But what's going through your head when you filming something and you hear something funny and you like, man, I'm trying to keep it together. I know you be having those moments.
I mean, I'm gonna laugh probably regardless, man. We're gonna have to just do it again if I mess it up. I think. I mean, sometimes you can hold it together. You hold it together. I think it's a lot of funny things that happen, even when it's serious role. Because obviously we are filming and we're working with people who goofy. You know, we all funny. So you know how my sets be. As soon as cut, we laughing, cutting up. So I guess I'm used to cutting it on and off.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just gotta have fun anytime you get a chance to have fun and laugh and stuff like that, because life gonna bring some times when you can't. So you gotta get all your laughs in when you can't. You know what I mean?
All right. What was the inspiration for Red Flags?
Honestly, I heard some stuff about Tubi, how much money they was paying, and I was like, I flipped through Tubi, and I was like, man, let me see. So then I got a lot of friends as girls, and I was just thinking like I want to do something that's dark, a little different, because I thought I would fit the Tubi platform. Man, I wrote that in like 3 days. We shot that out. So in 8 or 9 days, I wrote, casted, and finished that whole movie shooting wise. And then I think within a month we had already did the red carpet premiere for it. So that was like, I got the idea, wrote, like, I think we started, I had only finished half of it before we started, and I finished the rest. We had like a 2-day, 3-day break. I finished the rest of the script, and then we shot the rest of it out. So it just, the inspiration was, I was really trying to see, trying to figure out the Tubi deal, and I wanted to put out something that was a thriller. I never did that before. I like challenging myself. So I was like, the crime dramas for me, easy. I could do that. I would wake up literally every day with 10 different crime dramas, right? So I was like, what if I want to do like something more Lifetime, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it was. It's me trying to do something different. I wanted to work with my boy Choco, and show him in a less comedic role.
Yeah, right? Cholo is funny on
Instagram. So, he one of the people who he likes challenging himself too. So he wanted to do it, and it came out good for. I mean, even if we took more time, it would still been good. But for what we did and the amount of time we did it in, it was crazy. Mariah Goody everybody did a good job, but Mariah did an awesome job acting, stuff like that. So.
And like, yeah, you're right. Y'all did a phenomenal job, man. And the quality and everything, that it's like with the stories and everything else, it's like he's getting better and better and better. Like, I already knew, like, when I first met you, I'm like, oh, this is good. And I was laughing with Tino because he was telling me that when I met you on the set of Both Eyes Open, he like, yeah, Slim Thug in this. And I was like,
yeah.
No, he ain't. And he like, yeah, he is. And then when you showed it and you cut it and edited and everything, and I was like, oh, snap, he right there. So it was like really dope with, your editing skills and everything that you use with the equipment and
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, man, I gotta have this brother on here so we can talk about, the people that he brings on, like Slim Thug and everybody else.
Yeah, you
and,
got the Boss House series too, right?
That's the both eyes open.
Okay, both eyes
It's
open.
the same one. It's crazy because me and my boy Dre, we was trying to do like a commercial, like a long commercial for a release that he was doing for Boss Life Clothing. We dropped it, and everybody was on his DMs, my DMs. And it was like, man, shit, this is like a damn series, TV series. So he's like, man, let's do it. So him, my boy Sweezy, and I've been knowing Sweezy since college, freshman year in college. So we go way back. And we just came up with some stuff, and a lot of people didn't think we was gonna be able to change, like run, like we start the series and run off with it. But I think we did a good job for what we did, and we're gonna finish season 2 soon as I get the right stuff in place. Right now we shooting so much stuff. We got 10 movies we shooting this year. We already knocked off one, not counting Red Flag. So we knocked off one. That's the Bricks, who also has Slim Thug, Dre, Sweezy. Khalil Kane, we got a lot of people, man. Dickinson, Overhar, he's from Queen and Slim. We got a lot of stuff going, man. We got a lot of movies. We stay shooting right now. One called the Con Hand that has DeAndre Bonds. That's Scully from Snowfall. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we was just talking about Snowfall.
Yeah, we was just talking about Snowfall.
Yeah, so we actually shooting that right now. And then after that, Khalil come down. We shoot his movie that I'm directing called Thicker Than Water. So we actually cast him for that. So I'll send it out. Y'all should check it out and let me jump in there if we had some. We hadn't casted anything yet. Only two. Khalil is the older brother, and I think Dakari is gonna be the son. But it's the only thing casted in that whole movie. So
okay,
we got some opportunities for sure.
Oh, most definitely, man. Most definitely. And
what would you say as a filmmaker has been like the most important lesson that you've learned in this industry?
Filming? You said filming?
Yeah.
From a director standpoint or like a producer, or from an acting standpoint?
From a director standpoint.
Just to shoot, man. You got to be able to create content because don't nobody see nothing if you don't. At first, when I first started, it took me a while. One, obviously, having to argue with girls all the time, right? Because they don't want you to do shit. So you can't. In this industry, it's like, I don't know the percentages, but it's probably harder to it's probably harder to be Denzel than it is to be Michael Jordan, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say. So in this industry, to think that you could attain 1% and not give 200% is crazy, right?
Right.
So you definitely have to go full speed, and even if you make mistakes, you may fall in the right place, right? Even if you fall, you may fall in the right place. If you just sit and then you out the way, all the way. You got to be able to produce content. And I think when I first started, I wanted everything to be perfect. I really didn't put a lot of content out. Right? So if you imagine the YouTube people right now, they don't know how to shoot film. They don't know how to act. But they on Instagram, they on YouTube, they posting every day. And you got to look at it like this. That 1% that I talked about, that's for Hollywood, right? You can make $1 million right in your home city, right?
Yeah.
You just have to be able to reach an audience. And there's so many people in the world who think like you, who like the shit that you like. Posting the content is your way of them saying, hey, I relate to what he's doing, right? Then you build your own fan base. That's all Instagram is building your fan base. Once you have a fan base, can't nobody stop you, right? Because at that point, then if people want to make money with you, they see your fan base, right? So you want to be able to create content constantly so you can find those people who relate to the stories you want to tell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say stay busy.
I agree. Is there are there any other storyline? Well, I know you say like you got like a plethora, like a lot of things you're working on.
We got a horror. We got a few things coming in. Yeah, we got a few.
Yeah. Are you gonna horror too? What?
Yeah, I wrote a movie a while ago called Frankie. So it's like, I would say, a black version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I say something. Yeah, so we're gonna shoot that this year too. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to talk to. Oh, go ahead, brother.
What is your vision in Houston when it comes down to the film industry? In Houston, like, how do you see us moving? Like, Atlanta has a good film base. They have, Tyler Perry Studios, Marvel Studios. They got Disney and everything. In Louisiana, they shoot films there too. California, New York, et cetera, et cetera. How do you see Houston moving in that direction?
I mean, I think we have the opportunity to be bigger than all those places that you named. Just one, because of just how many people we got out here. Like, you know what I mean? We one of the richest cities, one of the biggest cities. That's what it takes, I think, really to hit home. I think the biggest thing that we suffer from is, I said like this: if you had a group of kids that were regularly eating, right? Right. If you threw a piece of bread in there, they're gonna share that bread, right? Because ain't nobody starving.
Right.
I think Houston, because nobody is known worldwide, is still sitting here with, like, you know what I mean? Everybody's trying to eat first. So if you throw a piece of bread in there, everybody running, and then nobody gets shit, right? Because you know what I mean? People snatching pieces, you can't even eat the shit, right? So I think once Houston starts to do shit together, right? And also at the same time too, is Hollywood don't go to Atlanta for no reason. It ain't because of talent. It ain't because they didn't go to Louisiana. They wasn't in California. Hollywood is a business. And what I mean by a business is if you sold shoes, right? And in Houston, when you sold shoes, you had no tax benefits, right? But if you went to Dallas and Dallas said, hey, man, we're going to give you 30-40% back of what you spend on your business-wise, it makes sense for you to shoot in Dallas. Fuck Houston, right? If you a business person and nothing personal, they don't have anything personally to do with where they're going. It's business. California, obviously, because one of their largest resources is entertainment, they give good benefits, right?
Right.
Louisiana gave like 40% tax benefits. So you do $1 million movie, you get $400,000 back, right? So it makes sense business wise. Houston don't give maybe like 5-10%. We don't give those benefits. So for us to be able to get those benefits, one, as production companies and producers and stuff like that, we got to pay the people who work on set more money, right? So we need bigger budgets and stuff like that to be able to pay more people. Because once, let's say you act on my film and you made $2,000, you turn around, put that $2,000 on a down deposit for a car or a house or something that you have to pay taxes in, right? And you wouldn't pay it under the table, you was paid with a check. So you claim like, hey, I made $40,000 a year in acting. I feel like since we starving in Houston when it comes to like the film industry, ain't nobody claiming them taxes. Not like they supposed to be. Like nobody's saying I made $100,000 in film, right?
Right.
So the state doesn't recognize entertainment being any one of the top players, especially in Houston, where in Texas, where we got the oil industry, who's fucking $1 billion industry. We got the doctor industry, the medical industry, that's $1 billion industry.
Warehouse. Yeah.
We got real estate, this $1 billion industry. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So for them to start giving those type of benefits, we're gonna have to start making money as entertainment people, right? But so that means that you have to pay people checks. You have to treat your production company like a real business, because once they see, hey, we're gonna get his tax breaks because these people are buying money with these movie checks. That's why they do it. They don't do it for no reason. They do it because they know that the money that is gonna come back. So the money that we give you, and they don't also have it because if they did drop it 30-40%, Hollywood gonna come use their money up and then run back to California, buy the houses, the cars, and all other shit, right? And I know this because I sat down with the city council and talked to them about how we would get that, right? And it's like a double-edged sword. because on one end we're saying, hey, we can't pay these people this much money without the benefits, and they saying we gonna lose money if we give you all up front. So it's like they want us to show that entertainment is big in Houston or Texas, and we want them to be able to like get that tax benefit so the jobs start coming. But it's just one of the things, it's not gonna happen until we make it happen, and that's about doing bigger projects, paying more people money, and making the city hot. Because once the city hot, more people start shooting. People spend more money, more people get paid, and it's no longer going to be somebody's second, third job, right?
Right.
It's gonna be the first job I make a living paying. It's when people start making a living in the city acting, then at that point, that's when the tax benefits come. And I think that's when Houston will be bigger than any other probably city has been, maybe minus California, right? But we definitely got, I think they just built the biggest studio in the country in Austin. Or they're building the big, so
they did.
Yeah, so they're getting ready for it. It's just, we have to start treating our production as, even if it's a $10,000 production, we got to treat that production like a real business. Like actors got to say, damn, I don't want to check, right? Because then they're going to take it. I got to claim it. But that's how it gets bigger. Everybody got to be together and understand that that's how, you know what I mean? Because it's probably millions of dollars that's not even being counted because people ain't stating at the end of the year, right? Which I get, right? Because you're trying to keep all your money, but I feel like that all plays a part into Houston blowing up to where it needs to be. Because as soon as we get as soon as we get a 30, 40 tax, everybody and mama gonna want to be shooting. We got everything out here.
Yeah, true.
Except for a beach. That shit terrible.
Yeah, we ain't gonna it is one location I have seen. Well, I need to go to it myself to see, because I gotta look at it, and I don't know, you might have seen it before. Somebody posted and said this is in Houston, Texas, somewhere, and it's like, it looks nice. The water look clear, the beach, and everything.
It probably was deep. I mean, if the deeper you get, it looks better. It's just the coastline ain't working down.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that beach, goddamn. Like, man,
that's what CGI for. So.
Yeah, color. You can color correct anything. So
yeah,
they're gonna be like, man, it's pretty as water. Why nobody in it?
Yeah, right.
There's a reason why. Man, and so, man, and y'all taking the right direction too. Like, I love it that I'm really seeing that, directors like you, Jonathan Milton, Eric Hunter, and others are really coming out there and promoting each other. And I love seeing that, because we all trying to work on the same accord. We all trying, there's no egos or whatever. There's no this better than this. No, we all trying to push each other to get to where we want the film and entertainment should be.
No, it definitely got to be like that. You got to stay in your lane too. It's like people think that you got to be the only one to do. Nah, like it's not. It's no other industry where people are like that. Like doctors don't think, oh shit, I got to be the only doctor doing surgeries, or I ain't gonna be big. Right? They don't. They don't. You know what I mean? Like,
I got 10 more surgeries to go.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, it's like when it all comes down to this is what I always say. Like, you never see a happy person trying to make other people not happy, right? Because when you're really happy, it's gonna make you unhappy trying to do that shit, right?
Yeah.
Like somebody who's successful, who truly successful, and they attain where they trying to stop other people from being successful, right? Because when you're successful, you know what it took for you to be successful, right? So it's like it's all about trying to, because if I was like, I'll be the only one in film who make it, right? My time may take 6 months. I may make 60 years to be 6 months. But if the industry was only built off of what I did, when it's gone, right? But if John Harper, if other people got big from the time that it was here, then if I fall, I can still, like, I'm still in the mix. Because they go, oh, no, Shannon did some shit for me. He did some shit for me. I'm finna return the favor. Like, you still gonna be able to eat if everybody come up. You by yourself, then that's, once you down, you ain't put it in nobody else's hands. It's gonna go to the next city. right? That's why Atlanta is booming, because it's not one person. You know what I mean? They got a lot of people who out even in music, they got a lot of people out there, and that shit go back and forth. You know what I mean? They pass that shit around. So that's the type of mentality we gotta have moving forward.
Absolutely.
Just going back to your writing, like what is your process like when you're developing a new story? Like, do you have like a certain ritual that you do, or is it like
Man, it's crazy. My mom swear I'm a sociopath. I probably am, somewhat. But to be honest with you, the once I get the story and I create the characters, it's like, if y'all got friends, right?
Right.
Y'all been on for a long ass time, that if you saw something before he's seen it, you know exactly how you're gonna respond and act towards what you just saw, right? So if you, not you, married person, but if a girl walks past with your homeboy, hey, I ain't about to get nobody in trouble. But you with your homeboy, girl walk back, she looked good, right?
Right.
You already know what this nigga finna say, because he done said it 1,000,000 times, right? You don't even got, if he don't say it, you're gonna be like, you all right? What's wrong with you? Right?
Yeah.
So I think the problem with some people when they write, they don't know their characters, right? Because if you know your characters like you know your friends, then the story easy, because all you're doing, I'm trying to run around this word, but let's say if it's playing God, like God can't, he can't make you do what you got, free will, right?
Right.
The only thing God do is put stuff in your life, and based on what's in your life, you got to figure out which way you're going with it, right? That's the same thing in writing. When your characters are built right, if I say, hey, Leroy found out his wife is cheating on him, Leroy act like Leroy act. I don't got to think about what he gonna do, because when I wrote the story or when I make the characters, Leroy is acting. So literally when I'm writing, them words flowing out, because it's like if you was writing, if somebody told you to write a story about your friends and then threw situations at you, you write that story like that, because you know how your friends gonna respond 90% of the time, right? So it's the same thing about it. It's just knowing your characters enough for it's first nature to know what they're gonna do, because they're gonna act like they act. And I think that's the difference. With me, I can always write a script fast, because as long as once I build the characters, it writes itself. So I said, my mom would think I'm crazy, because she caught me one day I was writing, I was talking to myself. She was like, boy, what the hell is wrong with you? I was like, Mom, I'm writing. But that's just how it is. You know what I mean? So my process, I like to smoke cigars when I write a lot of times, just because I feel like it makes me focus on that. And another reason I write scripts fast is because I lose interest quick as shit. If I take longer than a week to write it, I ain't gonna write it, because I'm gonna be writing something else. So I try to write it fast, and then that way it's done. Otherwise, I probably got at least 25 incomplete like screenplays. There's no reason why there's not. I just lost interest, and they good. Like, you know what I mean? So that's just how I am.
Yeah. No, I think that's good too. People always say that when you're writing scripts or whatever, just don't stop writing, and always cooking up different ideas. And it's funny that you said, like, you said like something wrong with like psychotic or whatever, because I'll be thinking of writing some things. I'm like, that sounds kind of horrible, but I like that shit though. So it's like,
you got to, man. It's an audience for everything. I think that the biggest, if you're an artist, I don't care if it's painting, singing, whatever, acting, producing, the worst thing you could do is try to water down your thoughts, right? Because then you don't reach nobody, right? Because you're not even being who you are. When you're 100, like for instance, I grew up with Tupac, Biggie, Extension, nigga talk about killing and stuff and shit. That for me, what the fuck, who's singing about? But by him being 100% pure with who he was, his following is huge, because people feel like this. People who out there, black, whatever, white boys, whatever, they feel like that. So when you're 100% tapped into who you are, you're gonna reach a fan base, right? Because we here to tell a story regardless. So I think that if you're an artist, that's what you're here for. Whether it's painting and all that different type of shit, if you're true to yourself, you may not reach the mass. The masses right? But it's not even about that. It's about you reaching the people like you, and that's gonna be enough. There's a billion people in here in this world, right? So I think that's the biggest thing is you think about trying to tap into everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what messes you up, because then now you got a watered down version of yourself, right? Then nobody relate 100%, right? It looks, oh, okay, it's cool. But if you Kevin Gates, you know what I mean? You would never be able to tell nobody. He talking about eating ass and all type of weird shit, right? But if you listen to his music, he 100% tap into girls cheating on him and all different type of shit. Like when you tap into that, it's more people who got cheated on by a girl who a player who got a drop top Bentley. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's more people who live in that pain than niggas who riding around with $80,000 for jewelry on. So if you rap about the $80,000 jewelry, you only tapped into the niggas who probably know you ain't got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're not even listening to you. Like you borrow my watch for this video. I'm not listening to this shit. Right? So if you're 100% real with yourself, that's where your audience gonna come from. Tapping into 100%, even if it's weird, whatever. You ain't. I'll guarantee you can Google some shit and it's a word for it. You ain't the only one. You know what I mean? Thinking the shit you be thinking. Certain shit I wouldn't say out loud because you're gonna be in the bar.
Hey man, we just let you know we are recording and we can edit so much, but you just let you know. So, Shannon, hit me on
anything I say, man. Anything I say anywhere, like I'm gonna repeat it. So it's not. If it's something I can't say, I ain't saying it. You know what I mean?
Shane, bro, hit me up like, hey James, I need y'all to edit that part out for me, bro. Like, just go ahead and do it.
Nah. You see, I didn't want to say out loud. I was trying to find a way around. It's like playing God because I didn't want to think I got a God complex. But I'm thinking before I say what I'm saying. But I just think you just gotta be true to yourself. Because that's at the end of the day, that's where your success gonna be.
I agree.
Yeah,
totally agree, man. Brother, we can chop it up all day, any day, but I know you busy, and we got to first and foremost giving you your flowers, your roses now for everything, all the hard work that you do. Blessing to you and your family, man. I always have a pleasure working with you, Chris and Mike. Whenever y'all work with Shannon, I'm letting y'all know, right? He cool, laid back. The dude come directing in his flip flops, bro. Boy be relaxed.
You said it, I'll be in this. You gotta be relaxed. I mean, people gotta take. At the end of the day, you know what it is though. I can't say that because some people that's their natural what's color, but
yeah,
y'all gotta be comfortable. I feel like that's what a director is to get the best out of y'all. It ain't for me to force y'all to do some shit. It's about whatever way I can get y'all to portray. I don't even want to say portray your character because at that time you gotta be that person. But I guess to make it easy for y'all to be who y'all supposed to be. Even in the writing, I got a backstory and all shit, but I only can give you the skeleton, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got to put the flesh on that shit. I can't, you know what I mean? I don't have time to each character in here. Like it's a person who may got one line. I expect you to put the flesh on it though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gave you the backstory. You tell me what that backstory means. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna come out on the in the art. So it's just about making everybody comfortable. Because I think that's once you get past the comfort part, you know what I mean? That's where your performance is gonna be good because you're gonna feel comfortable. You know what I mean?
I agree, bro. No, I know we gotta keep our eye out for other projects you got going on with casting and everything. I know you got some stuff coming up.
Yeah, we're gonna be shooting a movie, at least one movie a month.
Okay.
So we got like I said, right now they're shooting. I'm lightly working on that project. I've been editing the brick, but we got right now Con Hand that wraps on Tuesday. Then on I think the 18th we start the Khalil Kane show. So we got a cast next week. So look out for that. We're doing character breakdowns and breaking down the script right now. So I know more information next week. Then after that, we got a few other projects. We got a Puerto Rico shit we doing. We're going to Puerto Rico and shoot one. Nice. I think Miami shoot one. Yeah, but so we got a ton of work that we pumping out, and 80-90% of that gonna be in Houston. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll definitely see our 3 names on the casting call.
Yeah, for sure. And I right now too, just send me. I know about James, but send me y'all's like reels, whatever y'all got, because I don't know if I ain't gonna lie to you. I do the casting calls, but I really don't. Once I meet people and kind of, because since I write so fast, a lot of this shit after the next 2-3 movies not written. So I'll meet somebody and then see, you know what I mean? See, I'm gonna create a role for this person. That's how I work most of the time too. So just send me what you got now so I can see it, and then I'll get back with you, because it take me forever to get to those casting calls. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know if y'all ever even seen where I put a casting call out, other than like looking for something for the next day.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on.
I appreciate you, man.
Man, I appreciate you for coming.
No problem.
All right, now be safe, man. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
All right.
We are here at the Just Acting Up segment. Who been just acting up? Chris, go ahead, brother. Take it away.
Man, you ever get those phone calls and be like, you have won $2,000, $3,000, $1 million. You just need to call us back here and so and so and so and so. Well, for this one Australian woman, she found out she actually did win the jackpot for $70,000 after multiple days of dodging phone calls.
Oh, hell no.
She assumed they were scammers. You know, I mean, who else wouldn't, you know? She said, according to the French Forest of New South Wales, the woman told officials that she bought a ticket. The lucky numbers were drawn, and she forgot to check the account after the numbers were drawn. And so lottery officials tried contacting her by phone, but the woman ignored the calls for several days, assuming they were scammers. She said, I received some calls and emails straight after the draw, and I didn't recognize the number, the email, so I didn't answer and take notice. And she like, it's definitely a scam. And, you know, eventually she decided to log online and check the account, and it all started to make sense. And she discovered she won 70 grand.
Well, was she able to get it?
Yeah, it only been a few days. You know, it wasn't like, I think most lotteries go as like 6 months before they deem it unclaimable. So I think she had just bought it like in February. And yeah, so yeah. She'll say she has to, she's still saying she's waiting to take it all in, and just the fact that she actually won, and you know, her bank account's about to get a blessing. That is for sure. She said
Them damn scammers, boy. Them scammers.
Boy.
You don't know what to believe and what's real and what's not real.
And it's all throughout social media. They want you to click on that little, when they send you them little group, them little messages on social media or whatever. Just click on this and win. Yada yada this. Hey Chris, how's it going? Hey Mike, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a long time.
You just won $10,000. Just call this number 8888. Like what? No.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Because I can relate to her. I'm not gonna do no jokes for this one, but this next story. Oh man, a North Carolina woman. She is having a fight with the Department of Motor Vehicles to keep her unusual personalized license plate. Her name's Carly Cindy of Asheville. She said she applied for the license plate back in October, was pleasantly surprised the request was approved. And then she was issued the license plate on the back of her pickup truck. You know what the license plate says?
What is it?
What is that?
Fart.
Oh, hell no.
She said she received a letter in the mail from the DMV back in February now, telling her that the complaints had been lodged about her plate. The DMV told Cindy she might be allowed to keep the plate if she replied to the letter with an explanation of what the plate means to her and why she believes she should be allowed to keep using it. She consulted with some friends and founded a group of titled Friends of Asheville Recreational Trails, or FORT is what they call them. Fart is what they call themselves. Get it? Friends of Asheville Recreational Trails. The
Friends.
Fart.
Okay, friends from. Say it again.
So she consulted the friends. She consulted with this group, and the group is called Friends of Asheville Recreational Trails. So the acronym would be FART, F-A-R-T. So she said the group now has a mailing list, a website, and merchandise. So the group recently held its first meeting of 15 people, and they sent the DMV a letter explaining she should be allowed to keep the plate as a reference to her new group. And she said she is now awaiting a response.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does this group consist of?
I have no idea.
That's friends.
She just found a group that had the acronym. Was like, hey, let me just join. Let's get it together. I don't know.
Wow.
So, Chris jokes here. So I wonder if her friends asked her a question, would she be like, "Well, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind, huh?" That made Mike laugh. Come on now. I know Mike like that. Good. Okay. I guess, somebody must really be like filling her head up, like they really gassing her up.
That was funny. I was thinking about that.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
That's a good one.
Maybe she's from Russia, because I don't know if we tell this joke correctly, because I know that's sensitive.
I'm about to say, hey,
I'm about to say you walking, hey now. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Go ahead, brother. Take your time.
Well, you know what? I don't think she's well liked though. A lot of people disagree with this nameplate, probably because she's a fan of Putin. Come on, I did it this week, huh? Come on now. Am I 3 for 3? Am I 3 for 3 this week?
What'd you say, Mike?
I think Mike froze.
Is Mike froze? No, Mike, don't be frozen now, brother.
See, I was so good, y'all. We're gonna keep this part because I was so good. We made Mike freeze. He laughed so hard, he knocked over his computer, knocked everything down.
Oh man. Always a good, funny time on here, man. Appreciate Chris for bringing the funny, bringing the comedy.
Appreciate it.
3 for 3 this time? Was I 3 for 3?
I say I want to give him a 2-1.
2-1. I go ahead and give you 3 for 3, brother. I give you 3 for 3, man.
I give him a 2-1 because it was one of them ones in there. Was like, we didn't ask for that.
Oh man. Well, y'all stay locked in. We are about to go ahead and get into the Balancing Act, Just Acting Up show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Balancing Act. This is where we highlight and acknowledge those who've been in the industry, entertainment, and all that. Sorry. There we go. Had a cough right there. Yeah, sorry, my bad. So yeah, we highlight those who've been in the entertainment industry for quite some time, or we give our flowers and roses to regular folk such as us. You got a story? Hit us up. Get us on our inbox. Say, I got a story that we want to talk about that's very inspirational because we need to hear some inspiring stories. We talk about, silliness and crazy people that's talk about fart jokes and everything, but, fart lights some plates, all that. But we got to talk about the positive as well, too. So that's why we have Balancing That. And this fella right here, sad to say, and unfortunately, but the artist known as John Brown, aka Bookman from Good Times, has left us. He's passed away. He's gone on to a better place. He passed away at the age of 84 years old. Wow. Like I said, we all know him from Good Times. John Brown was an American actor and singer, for all you who do not know that. Brown was most famous, however, for his role as building superintendent Nathan Bookman on the 1970s CBS sitcom Good Times. Brown portrayed Bookman until the series was canceled in 1979. He was born in June 11th of 1937 from St. Petersburg. And spouse was June Brown. Other names went by, of course, John Brown. He had 2 children, Shan Brown and John Brown Jr. Of course, he made different appearances on different other TV shows that we all come to know and love. and I didn't know that he was a singer. I didn't know that. Yeah, he this quote right here in the Hollywood Reporter said he did all the things. He said I did all the things I wanted to do. Brown said in the 1996 interview. So let me see, going on into it. In the Hollywood Reporter, the versatile performer played building. Okay, we said it already. He starred with Sammy Davis Jr. on Broadway and was a regular on Laugh In. The easygoing actor, comedian, and singer. Pretty much said that. Going on, reading more about his family, saying our family is devastated, beyond heartbroken, barely able to breathe, she wrote. Sad news, but we thank Mr. John Brown for everything that he has done in the entertainment business, what he done behind the scenes and in front of the camera as well. He'll always have a special place in our heart. We all seen Good Times before. We know who his character was. And he inspired other characters that you see in other TV shows. I always compared him to, I don't know if you ever seen the PJs before with Eddie Murphy. I kind of compared him to that sometimes. We're like, man, you ain't nothing but a superintendent that don't do his job. So yeah, man, he inspired some other characters, man. And I'm pretty sure he was always a joy. I didn't know the man personally, but seeing what he did and the lives that he touched, we thank you, we acknowledge you, we appreciate you. Rest well, King. You've done your job, and we appreciate you for it. All right, let's clap it in. Clap it in. Another great show in the books, man. Another great show. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and subscribing and liking and sharing and commenting. That's always appreciative. Appreciate Shannon, Trillium, Shakespeare, for coming through and dropping some gems, giving us some more knowledge into what goes into productions and into meetings and talking to people that's in those higher ups, people that are the business savvy people, to talk about how you get these productions off the ground and what all goes into it. Very, very insightful interview. Very good time. Always have fun when I'm being on set with them and everybody else. Y'all tune in next week for our, tune in next time. It's gonna be our 50th episode, man, and it's gonna be a good 50.
50. We've been doing this for 50 episodes, man.
Yeah, 50. We halfway to 100. 100.
100. Yeah, man. So that's gonna do it for us, man. Chris, you got anything for us before we get out of here?
Yeah, we're gonna go with a quote from Miss Demi Lovato. No matter what you're going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it may seem hard to get to it, but you can do it, and just keep working towards it, and you'll find the positive side of things.
Yeah.
I like it, man. Appreciate it.
And my rebuttal to that is, when I thought that Tina was about to die, you better not die on me, girl. I kill you. I kill you, girl.
Oh,
you better not die. You hear me, Anime Bullet? You better not die. I'm gonna kill you. I kill you.
This fella.
You know, I was on Judge Joe Brown, or was it Judge Joe Brown or Judge Mathis? I can't remember, but you're a crackhead, ma'am. All right, let me stop playing.
That was Mathis.
Oh, Mathis.
You do crackhead things. You crackhead. You got crackhead babies. Your mama probably been on crack too. Like, dang, Judge.
Nowadays, anybody can be a TV judge, but they ain't making like they used to.
Up.
I digress.
Exactly.
That's so cute. Y'all, we appreciate you. We thank you. Many blessings to you and your family, your household. And don't invite over the family members that like to steal things. So on that note, stay away from the bad family members.